And it looks like we're connected. Hello, you beautiful people. It's Bonnie Gillespie, and I am here for day 20 of your 20 days of SMF May. That is the entire month of May, celebrating 20 years of advice from me in the form of self-management for actors and other goodies by doing free trainings 20 times. And today is day 20. My little camera situation. We are broadcasting over here to YouTube and Facebook and Periscope, and behind the scenes over here at Instagram. If you're watching at Instagram and want to participate in comments, you'll need to go over to one of those places I just mentioned, because the comments are on my screen right here. If you are coming in through Melissa at Facebook, John at Periscope, not yet seeing anybody from YouTube, but I am sure you're on your way. Becky has just joined 100 days. Whoop, whoop. Congratulations, Becky. I'm so excited to jam with you in the dojo for SMFA Summer School. Yes, we are doing 100 days of self-management for actors goodness. My handouts for today are completely out of order, so I'm going to just plop them right there, and then we're going to deal with it as we go. But I got notes for today. But we are doing 100 days of self-management for actors summer school live, and that means Q&A phone calls every 10 days to support you on your 100-day journey through getting gear for the next tier. And of course, Becky, you're also up for the scholarship. So that's really smart. We're encouraging people to go ahead and do that. Like, enroll. If you know you want to do it, go ahead and enroll, and we'll get you your username and password and your welcome kit and get you set up at the pre-day one Start Strong page with all the tips for how to make sure that you make the most of this summer. And even if you're not joining us for the 100 days, grab the welcome kit I'm sending out in the emails about getting gear for the next tier, because there's like a whole bunch in there about how to just make any goal more attainable through the kinds of things that you set yourself up for success with. And so I've got lots of tips with all of that. And and we're still going to do the scholarship announcements on Friday. So if you are applying for the scholarship, you have, I think, 24 more hours. I think this time tomorrow we're closing the scholarship application down so that you can be sure that you're in, and then we have time to watch. We've watched, I think, almost everything that's come in. I got a notification that another couple had come in today, so there's a few more that I need to go through and watch. But we want everybody on the team to weigh in, and then we're going to do a couple of scholarships based off what we're seeing. And then I think I'm probably going to do like a little random, hand in the bag, hand of fate scholarship as well on Friday. So we will do the announcement of all of that on Friday's Ask Me Anything. And so keep that in mind. If you're like, I have a burning question that is about a topic you have not yet covered, Gillespie, well, good news. That's what Friday's for. I'm going to be showing up here for a bonus 21st broadcast as a part of SMF May, 20 days of live streaming throughout the month of May. And I will, on that Ask Me Anything episode on Friday, be answering all sorts of questions. I already have some that have come in, and then I have just topics that I know I want to talk about that I haven't gotten to in a part of this more curriculum-based structure, because each of the broadcasts that I've done so far have been very, like, this is the topic, here's what I want to cover, and then a little bit of questions at the end. And so on Friday, it's going to be more just like, what do you need to know? And especially for those of you who are joining in the 100 days, if you've got questions about how to set yourself up for the best success with all of that, of course, we want to get those answered as well. But the reason you want to enroll, even if you are applying for the scholarship, is because we want to make sure there's no delay in getting you in. And if you win, we'll either refund you the money for the enrollment, or you can get a free coaching hour with me, whichever you prefer. And so we'll leave that up to y'all. For those of you who win, because I don't know who's going to win yet. We haven't figured that out. That's part of the process that's going to take place over the next couple of days. So here's what I've printed out, and what I'm going to encourage you to print out as well. This is an SMFA hot sheet. You should know this. If you have self-management for actors, throughout this book, you see me say, for more information on this, go to smfa4.com to get your hot sheet. And so let me put that link up on the screen. SMFA4, the number 4, because it's 4th edition. smfa4.com. Go there, and that will get you information on how to sign up for our free quarterly calls, and also a link to get your SMFA hot sheets. The SMFA hot sheets are supplements that I created and keep updated. Thank you to my amazing team for helping me keep these updated throughout so that the book doesn't go out of date. The information in the book is still incredibly current because the things that are more trendy or more likely to change, we put in SMFA hot sheets. And then those are available for you in PDF form at my website for free. So even if you didn't buy the book, I mean, like, you couldn't part with $20. I get it. That's fine. But I mean, you're running a business. Consider it. Somebody actually started a Reddit thread saying, should I buy self-management for actors? And I was like, oh my God, when you've got time and energy to start a Reddit thread to ask if you should spend $20 on a book about your business. Oh, baby. We need to talk about some other issues right there. But anyway, I mean, whatever. People got to ask the internet all sorts of crazy questions. I get it. It's fine. Whatever. But oh my God, you are running a business, and part of running a business is buy your damn business book. But even if you don't buy the damn business book, go on over to the smfa4.com website, link through to your hot sheets, and grab this one. This one is called your business plan. This is your SMFA business plan. And it's your business plan hot list and calendar is what it's actually called. And it includes a sample calendar that if it's me and I'm running my actor business, I fill in stuff that I'm going to do every day to make sure that I am moving my business forward. And so there's also a blank one for you to use if you want to write in your own. But today is all about your business plan. Because if you don't, I'm not talking about like how you structure your corporate business plan and your, board of directors and do your minutes at all your board meetings and things like that, because that's a totally different kind of business plan. I'm talking about the business plan that you use as a creative running your business daily. Like, what is the stuff that you do regularly to keep your business growing and moving forward? Because that's the mindset shift, one of many, but this is one of the mindset shifts that I would like you to have, which is acting is not just this fun hobby that you're really great at. It's not just about the craft. It's not just about how much you enjoy the creative expression, although that is, of course, all a big part of it. You are also hoping to do business with people who have projects going on with millions of dollars at stake. You are hoping to be a part of an episode of television that costs a lot of money to create. You are hoping to be a part of feature films that cost a lot of money to make. And so part of your job as a business person hoping to intersect with these other business people is you got to run your business. And so there was a book that I read when I was a young actor that included advice around this territory. And it was, make sure you do something for your actor business every day. And I remember looking at that as a kid actor going, if I'm running an actor business, why would I need to be reminded to do something about my actor business every day? And it wasn't until I got older and connected with more people in showbiz over the course of my career as a non-actor that I realized actors, for the most part, have to be reminded to do any damn thing that's businesslike. And that's a little shocking when you consider that everybody else that you want to do business with as a part of showbiz knows they're running a business and they are regularly managing their business and marketing their business and improving their business. And for actors to kind of be of this mindset of, well, no, I crushed that scene in acting class. Like my craft is on point. I'm good. And then that's it. I'm like, you got to update your bio. You got to make sure that your contact information is accurate on the web. You need to change out some headshots. You need to recut your demo reel. You need to be at networking events. You need to be connecting with your targets. You need to be researching the people that you know that you want to do business with. You need to be getting your self-tape set up so on point that it works no matter where you are. You need to be testing yourself out in time-controlled challenges to see how fast you can turn around a self-tape when you have minimal equipment with you, so that you are prepared when that happens, when you're on the road somewhere. You need to be constantly putting yourself through the workout of what it is to run a showbiz business, because that is what you are doing. And this is where it gets really interesting to me, because I can always tell the people who are willing to put in the work and who understand that this is a business that you're investing in and asking us as buyers to invest in you and your business, and those who are like, I'm just happy that you could see my elbow in that film that I did. And I'm like, then you like the hobby of acting, and you are happy to show up as an extra and say, well, you could totally see me in that one scene, and like put that on your IMDb because for some reason you think that that goes there, and you are loving the thrill of being on that set and having that, oh, look, there I am, you could totally see me, because there are people back home who go, oh my God, I totally saw you. And you feel that that is making it. And no shade on that. If you feel that that is making it, good for you. Enjoy that. But understand that if you are actually building a business as an actor who has a true north that you're headed toward, and you know that you are in this for decades, and you have all sorts of people that you're going to be doing business with all along this path for decades, you need to start investing now in what the big picture of that work looks like. And it has a lot more to do with the business side than it does with the creative side. Being talented is considered the bare minimum. Being skilled as an actor, having your craft muscles tuned up, bare minimum. Like, of course, that's what is expected of you. But being able to navigate the business side of it, to be able to negotiate a contract before you have an agent doing that for you, to be able to understand what is in it for you when you say yes to something and grant certain rights to other people, and what's in it for them, and really understand the business dynamic of coming together and doing business together. That part is something that I find it a little embarrassing that they don't teach in colleges and universities and schools, where there's so much taught about how to be an actor, and you're taught your craft, but maybe not how to run a business. And so, of course, that's why self-management for actors exists, is that we are going to hopefully fill in that gap between what was a part of your education coming up and the business that you're now here going, oh my God, there's so much I was not prepared for doing. And we just want to make that all the usual. So that's part of where this business plan, hot list, and calendar comes in. So again, this is free. This is at smfa4.com. It's technically at the dojo. The link will be in the Facebook version of the comments here, because it's in the dojo.bonniegillespie.com, and the word the is not there. It's just dojo.bonniegillespie.com. But from there, you'll be able to drop in and get your hot sheets. And the reason I'm crazy about this one is because you can fill out a calendar to cover a different territory every day. So that, yeah, you're working on your business every day for sure, but you don't have to be told, oh, I have to make sure I clock in and do something for my business. You know you're running a business, so of course you're doing something for your business. It's a matter of what is that thing. And so I've broken these down into categories on this hot sheet, and it starts with the biggies. And these are things that need to be happening big picture, long term, all the time. And there's just a few of these, and it's just things like being in a craft class, writing material for yourself and shooting it and editing and getting it out into the world, updating your show Bible. There are people in the Ninjaverse who have on their calendar Show Bible Tuesday or Show Bible Wednesday or whatever day of the week it is. And like every freaking week they are clocked in for 3, 4, 5 hours updating the show Bible. And if you're like, oh my God, who has that kind of time? Business people. Business people have that kind of time to run their business. And this is where I'll say, take a look at how much time you budget on social media, or doing things that don't invest in your creative career, that you could easily say, well, no, I'm totally, like, I'm networking on social. Are you? Are you, like, if I quizzed you on your top target shows and who casts them and who works in that casting office and what they do outside of that casting office and where you can connect with them and what agents know them and which agents are closest and tightest with them and which showrunners are developing which projects with what other people that they're going to be doing after the show that they're currently working on wraps, would you be able to answer like, yep, got it. I have the answer to all of that. Because if so, then your show Bible's in good shape. And if not, you got more show Bible work to do. And that's part of this. Wrangle that thing that currently feels unconquerable by doing a little more of it than when it pops up on the categorized list below. And that one's important because there's going to be stuff that you do on this list that you're just like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate doing that. But you know you have to do it. For example, I had a coaching client earlier this week who has a massive tear jump situation happening. And we're prepping for what that needs to look like because there's about to be a day very soon where suddenly things are completely different in this client's life. And so our session was about how does this look? How does this look? How does this look? How does this look? And going through all the places online where people might be showing up to check this person out. And does that bio need updating? And does that social look clean? And does the IMDb known fors section look good? And what about the photo gallery? And this is all stuff that you shouldn't wait until the last minute of like, oh crap, they're looking to get in order. This is stuff that when you're going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do that's like actor business today. I got a list for you. And this is non-actor busy work because there's a bunch of bullshit out there that's actor busy work. This stuff's not that. So I've segregated it into categories, and the biggies is that one that I just covered, which has got some big stuff. And then there's craft in your instrument, because of course I want you working on your craft. Always. I'm always working on my craft. That's incredibly important. And then, so there's a whole page of stuff that you can do for craft in your instrument. Then there's more than a page of research and prep, because y'all know I'm all about the research. Because data is your darling. Data is going to guide you through so much. So of course I want you doing that. Mindset is actually shorter than you might believe for me, because of course I want you keeping your mind in the right space, but the mindset action items are a lot smaller than you might think. And so, some of them are really hard. So I'll be honest, there's a couple of these that from a mindset perspective are pretty challenging. But I want you to do it anyway, because if the coach up here in this gym is not using positive, affirming words, there's nothing that anybody outside you can help you with or tell you to get your head in the right place. Tools of the trade. Obviously, I want you making sure that things are in good shape as far as your accounting is concerned, and your business and your bio and your cover letter and your tools. I mean, these things get stale over time. And there are times I'll put out a breakdown and get a submission from an actor using the same headshot that they were using when I started casting in 2003. Same headshot. I'm like, no, not possible. It's 2019 right now as I'm saying this. 2003 headshot in 2019. No. If we're doing the side-by-side 10-year challenge in social media, you know the headshot that you're using needs to not be 10 years old. I mean, come on, that's crazy. And even if you're like, no, I never change. I'm ageless. Okay, great. Take a new picture. It won't matter because you don't age. But at least in the mind of the buyer, it's okay, good, new tools, keeping things fresh. It does make a difference. And I'm not saying go change your headshot every damn day. I did not say that. Don't say I said that, because I didn't. Mastering the game. I love this section, because this is where, if you feel like you're pretty advanced with some of the ninja work, the mastering the game section really covers some of the biggies in a more in-depth way. And so then in this sample calendar, I've just shown you what I would put in here. So like, for instance, I put Wednesday the 1st, I'm doing a craft instrument item, and then I list what that one is. And it's download sides from Showfax and practice cold reading for a target show. And if you're like, well, why would I do that? And I'm like, because the time to practice the sides for a target show is not the day you get called for the audition. Like, you need to be so practiced at sides for a target show that when the audition comes, you're like, yep, I know how to do this. I know exactly how these are going to be marked up. I know exactly what to be prepared for here. I know where to go for this audition because I've been stalking them, and I know where that office is. I know where to park. I know what train to take. Whatever the situation is, you're already prepared for it, because the moment to get prepared for it is not the moment that it actually counts. You want to have prepped for that. It's like, this is oh gosh, I wish I could remember who said it. I want to say it's Jim Rohn. It might not be, but let's assume, because he says a lot of brilliant stuff, so it could be, is that a champion doesn't enter the ring and then try to figure out how to win. The champion has already won the game before entering the ring. And then they just go into the ring and execute the strategy that they already came up with before they got there. And I'm like playing with my hair way too much, I think, because I worked out this morning. It's kind of frizzy. The thing I put down for Thursday is a research prep day. And then I list to watch a Target casting director or Target director from my True North DVD with the commentary on. And the reason you watch with commentary on is because then you're listening to the director have a conversation about why this and why that. If it's a commentary of the casting director having a conversation about how someone auditioned for something, like, that shit's gold. And we're not taking advantage of these tools that are available to us. And if you're like, a DVD, Bonnie, nobody has DVDs anymore. There's still a way to listen to commentary track. Come on. Mindset for Friday, journal, and list what scares me about starting acting at this age. Like, if that's one of my issues, that would be a journal prompt. And you're like, oh my God, that sounds terrifying. And I'm like, right. You know where you don't want that bugaboo to come out? When you're sitting in a meeting and someone says to you, well, how do you feel starting acting at this age? Like, then you feel like, oh shit, I've been seen, and you start freaking out in that meeting. If you've already journaled through it and you go, yeah, there's some issues about starting up this age, but here's the cool part about it. I'm game for taking one-liners. And most people who've been at acting a long time, by the time they're my age, they've moved on to much bigger roles. And so I'm happy to take that one-liner that you probably aren't going to get somebody my age to come down a tier to say yes to. Boom, you already got your answer. Your enoughness is right there and strong, and you did it because you worked it out ahead of time. You did not show up to that meeting going, I hope they don't ask me about my age. I hope they don't ask me about my age. I hope they don't ask me about my age. Get that shit worked out in your journal, because that and therapy are where you need to be doing that. For Saturday, I put down a biggie, audit a scene study class. I think you should be auditing classes all the time. Go see what's going on in other classes. Don't get stale in your own craft class. Go check out what's going on in others. Go watch stuff online. For Sunday, I put down tools of the trade. Check last quarter's pay stub for the accuracy of agency commissions. Make sure that you are on top of your money. Of course, we had last episode yesterday was all about money and survival jobs. Y'all know I want you looking under the hood, under the bed. I want you not being scared of your money. I want you to be aware of what's happening and not scrambling at the last minute to try and figure out, like, what can I claim, or was I paying too much, or oh shit, I never got paid that residual. Like, you need to stay on top of it in a timely fashion because you're running a damn business. And so stay on top of your money. I'm actually going to rant for just a second. Like, one of the things that happens with our membership programs is, we include in the welcome kit, here's how to cancel your membership when you're ready to leave. It's super clear. Like, the walkthrough is right there. And then on the welcome page in the membership area is, here's how to cancel your membership when you're ready to leave. Like, so we are not hiding from people, here's how to cancel your membership when you're ready to leave. But regularly, we will hear from people who say, I'm ready to leave, cancel me. And we go, here's your welcome kit. Here's your welcome page. Well, we don't even hand them that. We go, you have a welcome kit, you have a welcome page. It's all right there, how to leave. And every now and then, once in a blue moon, someone will come back and go, no, just cancel me. And I'm like, you may be leaving, but I'm coaching you in self-management for actors as you head out the door. And here's how. You're running a damn business. Go figure out how to log in and cancel your membership. Don't come to me and tell me I got to figure out how to park your car for you. You park your car. Like, it's seriously so stark, the difference between someone who's got a business brain and someone who's like, no, I'm just an artist. I'm over here being precious. And I'm like, and then you're trying to compete in this business, and then you wonder why it eats you alive, because you did not do the work it takes to strengthen the muscle of being a business person in this business, because that is what this is. You are hoping you are going to get roles that pay you tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, at a certain tier, millions of dollars. You hope that you are going to be invited on sets that are millions of dollars invested to make this fantasy world a reality for the purpose of this show that you're putting on. And you can't be bothered to figure out where you put your keys. Come on. You're running a business. So be a business person. And if you're like, oh, but it's all so like scary. I know the reason it's scary is because they don't teach artists this stuff. Hopefully I've done so in a way that makes it a little more manageable. That I'm not asking you to become an accountant. I'm just telling you to stay on top of your stuff, because the more you're on top of your stuff, the more confident you are in having conversations about money and contract negotiation and things that you're granting rights to. When you say, I got a contract here that says my likeness is now available to the producers in perpetuity. It's a non-union buyout. Should I sign this? Like, you don't even have to ask somebody that, because you did enough work with me to know, oh, in perpetuity means forever. And a buyout for like a couple $100, and then they get my likeness forever. Nope. That is too low. That you need to pay me a whole lot more if you are going to get the advantage of using my likeness forever. And this is the kind of stuff that it pisses me off that they don't teach in drama programs, acting programs, theater programs, film programs, television programs. Like, you can get a degree, and even an advanced degree in some of this stuff, and they're not teaching this stuff. Y'all, come on. We gotta get that fixed. But good news, Self-Management for Actors is a textbook at many colleges and universities today. So that's part of the wonderful stuff of this 20-year journey, is that now this is a much more accessible tome than it once was. And the trick on that, by the way, was we were sending copies of the book to the department heads when we first started publishing. We would send copies of the book to department heads all over, all these colleges and universities, and say, please consider putting this book on your recommended reading list. And department heads are like tenured professors that are not kind of in touch with what's going on out in the world. And that's true in a lot of academia, not just theater school or the showbiz craft. But what we found was, when I started sending copies of the book to like a TA, like a master's level student who had gone away and done the Hollywood thing, or had done the New York thing, had done the London thing, and then had gone back to grad school. When I sent the book to those people and said, if this is something that you want to put in front of, that freshman group of students that you have, that would be really great. Oh my God, the book started getting like on recommended reading lists, then it got on required reading lists, and then there are entire courses that have been built around the book as curriculum. And so I was like, yes, that's the way in, is not through the head of the department. It's through the people who are young and scrapping and aware that there is something missing from the educational balance of how we're taught to be creatives. Should we go and get advanced degrees on any of that, or any degree on any of that? So in a way, that's kind of what I'm asking y'all to do as a part of your Self-Management for Actors work, is really target the people that you need to be building relationships with, and realize that it may be some of the assistants and the associates and the people who are coming up through the student programs that you need to be building your relationships with, rather than going, oh no, I need to know top of the list, head of the pack, all the way up at my true north, famous, fancy people putting on bajillions of dollars of projects. Like, you need to know them someday. Maybe you don't start with them. Start with some of the people that help you get on that road. Okay, questions that y'all might have for your business plan, because I want you to fill in an entire month's calendar. We're coming up on the start of June, so grab a calendar and fill in, this is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to work on my craft this day. I'm going to do a research day. I'm going to do a tools day, make sure that my bio looks great everywhere. And if I'm not crazy about it, that means I got a day on my calendar where I got to rework my bio. And knowing that you are staying ahead of these things is going to make it so that when the eyes do fall on you, you're ready. Because what I would hate to have happen is to have you finally get the buyer's eyes on you and then have your shit not together. I want you to have everything together so that when the eyes land on you, it's like, oh my God, where have you been my whole life? I love it when actors hear that. Where have you been my whole life? And you're like, I've been doing the work. I've been lurking and leading. I've been dropping the breadcrumbs down the path. And now here we are. We are intersecting at this moment because I did all the groundwork to make sure that this would happen. And that when it happened, I'm going to have all my shit together. I don't want you to hustle to try and get on people's radar. And then when their eyes land on you, you don't have your shit together. That would really suck because you don't get a second bite at that apple. They're not going to come back around and go, okay, let me check in a year to see if you got all this stuff organized. There's already now been a bit of brand erosion that you now live in a place in the brain that's not ready. Not ready. And sure, we make room for you to get ready. But think about how much effort and energy you're putting into connecting with people. And if your stuff's not ready, like if you don't have this all on lock, are you really ready for the opportunity that you're trying to push yourself into? Be really sure about that. Natalie says, oh my goodness, that gives me goosebumps. I'm going to miss these. Thanks for doing these 20 days. Natalie, thank you for showing up for these. I really appreciate you. And of course, I know you did the 100 days with us live last summer. And you've entered the scholarship contest to come back. Check your email, because those of you who've done this before, done the 100 days with me, y'all got email in April and May inviting you to come back without having to re-enroll. We've got a way for you to come back without having to do like the full enrollment fee. Let's see. Periscope, Joanne says, love all the info I received through this marvelous course from Bonnie. Mother effing G. Thank you. It is my pleasure, sweetheart. Kim says, thanks to Bon, I use the full focus planners. Those full focus planners are no joke. That was a little intimidating for me, that full focus planner. I was like, oh, that's a lot. I'm super organized, and that was like intense. Yes. Let's see what other, Ray from Nashville is here. Good. Yay. Day 20. I know it's hard to believe. Yeah, Natalie, for sure. Hit reply on any of the Bond Blasts or any of the SMFMA 20 emails that you've gotten saying you're looking for that email, and someone on the team will tell you the exact date and subject line to look for, because I want to make sure that you don't miss out on getting to come back, because we definitely don't need you to re-enroll at full price when you've already done the program. That's one of the benefits of being alumni of the program, is that you can just get back in with a small restart charge, and then you're in on the monthly and do the live round with us. Heck yeah, the more the merrier. Ray says, I love this. I'm always looking deeper of who casts for certain shows. Good, Ray. That's the work. It's not only who's casting what shows, but who works on their team and what kinds of stuff are they into? What are they looking at beyond just the auditions? Like, where are they going to go see plays? Where are they going to visit acting classes? Where are they going to festivals? Like, that's all a part of your research and all sorts of stuff that goes into the show Bible. Stephanie says, this was a great 20 days. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Stephanie, it's absolutely my pleasure. Great. Kate's coming back for the 100. Woo! We're going to have so much fun. We got a full house for the 100 days. Super excited for this 100 days that we're going to share. For those of you who are still considering it, let me put the link up here on the screen. This will take you to the registration page, tinyurl.com/next tier. Those of you watching behind the scenes on Instagram, come over to the Facebook replay where we will keep comments open on the replay, and you can see links there as well. And I will be sure to come around and answer any questions that you're posting in the comments over at Facebook. But this is going to be a super fantastic, busy summer of SMFA. Now I have to train myself not to say SMFMA because we're almost done. Vanita, I can't wait either. We're going to have so much fun, sweetheart. I'm super excited about some of the things that I know are around the corner for you in our 100 days, that I'm kind of like, I know I want to interact with you early on a couple of things, but I also know that there's some stuff that I'm like, oh my God, when you hit that day, it's all going to just go and crack you open, but it has to happen in the order that it happens for it to really take root. And then, of course, having those Q&A phone calls every 10 days. We're just going to be able to get so much done. I'm excited too, Melissa. Yes, 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 yes. Whoop, whoop. And Becky is looking for a mentor. So anybody who's been through the 100 days who would like to mentor Becky, since she has just enrolled, y'all connect so that you can get that coaching bonus. Yvette over at YouTube is saying, thank you so much for this series. I'm a little behind, but I could catch your live today. Inspired to get myself on track. Thanks again. Yvette, so glad that you're able to take advantage of this live today. And of course, the replays will remain up. There was someone who said, how long do I have to watch all the replays? And I'm like, I'm not going to take them down and hide them to try and make you spend money. This is free training. This is my give to y'all as a thank you for making self-management for actors the empire that it is. I am so incredibly grateful to you all. And this 20 days has been fabulous for me, and I'm glad for you as well. I'll continue to come by when I can for comments at the Facebook replays, because of course we're going to be head down in SMFA summer school from here on out. I have one last broadcast. We will be announcing the scholarship winners and doing an Ask Me Anything on Friday, the 31st. So be sure you tune in at noon Pacific, and we will be doing this one last time, and we will get your questions asked, answered, and tidied up, all as a part of closing off our SMF May series. And I will also, of course, be announcing our scholarship winners. So super excited to jam with you all in the dojo. Thanks again for joining me today. Till next time, stay ninja. Bye. Thank you, guys.